Well, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending on when you're catching this live video. I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for all the comments and likes and the personal messages that I've gotten through doing all these live videos. So today I wanted to start with a quote that is from Henry James, and it says, "It's time to start living the life you've imagined." You know, there are so many times where we get caught up in what we have going on that we forget that we are supposed to be living life with a purpose. And so we get lost and we kind of get off the beaten path, if you will. And that's okay if you're exploring a new path or you're creating a new journey. But keep in mind, you have goals and you're trying to accomplish things. You want to stay on that path that you have set up and stay with that goal. Okay? So today I wanted to talk about ways to build business relationships online. There are so many different now platforms that you can use online. You have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have, I believe it's Pinterest, you have Reddit, you have blogs, you have LinkedIn. There are so many different sites that you can establish yourself and your business online. So what I want to tell you in this is I'm going to cover some areas that I think you should focus on. But what has not worked for me is when I procrastinate and say, well, I don't know how to use that platform, so I'm really not going to use that one, and I'll be fine with, let's say it's TikTok. Okay, so I'm on TikTok and I'm doing my thing and I start getting a bunch of followers, and then something happens and all of your followers can't access you, let's say on TikTok. Where do they go to see you? Where do they go if you're not able to provide them another way to find you? So give yourself multiple outlets to be able to get your message out so people can find you in different places. Okay? And I can tell you, I've been one to push back. I have not been one to use multiple platforms, but I'm learning. So just a piece of advice. So to keep up with business relationships online, the first thing you want to do is make sure, number one, that your bio is your brand. Your social media bio is a long version of like an elevator pitch. All right, you use to connect with people in the real world. And it must be more than a statement or a list of accomplishments and credentials. It needs to be a story that gets the reader to want to know more about you and learn more about you. Number two, I want you to be direct and as human as possible, right? This is your way of connecting to these people. You want to include your values, your points of view. You want to show yourself as being likable, share your passions and what makes you different. You want to make it so that people understand exactly who you are, the little details about you, maybe what your current roles and responsibilities are. You don't want to make this boring. I want you to pay special attention if you're setting up a LinkedIn profile. All right. On that summary, it's the most read thing is going to be your bio. So when you're writing it, keep focused on the 3 sentences. All right. That's all that people will see to get to know exactly who you are and to learn about you and your business. All right. So make your bios authentic, compelling, and keep it human. Because this is how people can make their connections with you. And it makes an impression and lets them know whether or not they want to connect. The next is engage in active discussions. All right, you want to participate in different discussions. That may look like doing a Facebook Live with another member in your community. It could be getting on Instagram and doing a session for people to see with another participant. All right, but you want to participate in as many discussions as you possibly can, and then make sure that you're following those people who are watching. All right, you want to make sure that you're able to make those connections with them. All right, because you've obviously made an impression on them. One of the most powerful places you can make a connection for your business with like-minded individuals is on LinkedIn. All right, and this isn't meant to be just a shout out for LinkedIn. There's so many different ways, but you can definitely find some good business groups through LinkedIn. All right, when you join a group, make sure that you're professional, that you're courteous, that you mind whatever rules that they have going on, just like you would join in any group, whether it be in Facebook or another, social platform. Next, build social proof. You must convince people that you're worth knowing. So on the web, others find you through whatever social media platform, and you have the best intentions. But rather than come off as self-centered and just talking about you, what about having other people give testimonies about you? Hey, I worked with Rick, and this is the things that we worked with, and this is how it worked out. Hey, I worked with Jan, and this is what happened with Jan, and this is why I recommend that you go to Jan for this problem. Okay, testimonials will build you up, and it lets other people know who you are, what you do, and more importantly, how you've helped others. Okay, so I like to write lots of notes. I've got plenty of paperwork here that I can read through, but let's just keep it simple. Your presence, especially with everything going on with social media, will give you the opportunity to grow your platform. And I can tell you, one of my mentors is real big about growing your platform in a couple different ways. Okay, so keep these things in mind. Thank you so much for your time as always. And as always, please be blessed, be well. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to, like, comment, share, whatever it may be. Until the next time, be well.